Good morning, YouTube folks. First day of lockdown, and I've decided to get out the Bros. Now, what I'd really like to do is drop the engine, but there's a problem, and it's me. I have severe doubts of my ability to extract this engine from the bike and then put it back in properly. Why do I want to drop the engine? Well, I had a bit of a mishap a year or so ago with the carbs. I had them vapor blasted, but when they went back together, the shop that took them apart for vapor blasting didn't put the tubes back on in the right order. I suppose I should have taken them off myself in the first place. Yeah, I didn't put the carbs back on properly, and to put it lightly, I flooded the engine, flooded everywhere. Fuel was all over the bike and all over everything that was close to the bike. The finish on the crankcases are gone. I think the cylinders were already in a state before I bought the bike, but this is just nasty. So really the bike needs to come apart before I can tackle that and get it painted. But A, as I said, I have severe doubts about my ability to do that properly. B, I don't know how to go about getting it painted. I should just pay somebody to do it, but I haven't got that sort of money, especially in these uncertain times. So what I'm going to do now is get the bike started and try and find out where the coolant leak's coming from. So put a bit of paper under there so I can see what's going on. It's not a serious leak, it's only a tiny leak, which is why I'm not sure exactly where it is coming from. But it doesn't want to start. Seriously, it doesn't want to start. So I have a jump starter here. It should do the trick. Hopefully I can get you connected somehow. Okay, let's take you out of there. Well, great after all that. This charger isn't starting. Let's try this one instead. Let's just make sure it starts. Yeah, oh, 97%, that's alright. What don't you like? So that's that. We're not starting the bike. No, I'm shit out of luck, I think. Unless I get a jump off my other bike. Problem with that is taking off the bloody seat. Now, have you seen how bad it is to take that seat off? One of the worst bits of design on a motorcycle I've ever seen. It's rubbish. So yeah, this is I can't stand this design. It's rubbish. So you got to pull that back, put it back enough that you can get wrong bit, a good fit inside the bolt head without unscrewing it at some jaunty angle. But you got to just yank that back to make it happen. It's just so badly designed. And you probably end up scratching the plastic while these things come up past the back of the fairing. So frustrating. Okay, so I've decided to give the bike a couple hours of charge on the charger, and see what it thinks. So I attached a cable recently for the oxidizer. Let's see what you're doing. You're charging. Putting 0.8 of an amp into the battery at the moment. So it's only about 10 minutes after I started charging. So this little clip is not about looking at what's happening on the battery. It's still receiving 0.8 of an amp. But I was just thinking, if the bike's gonna end up coming apart, if I end up getting brave enough to drop the engine, well, there's not much point having that rear cowling on there, is there? If I'm going to start taking the bike to bits, I might as well start stripping the stuff I can strip. Another thing I might do today is undo the wiring that I set up to power the indicators. These indicators are actually off my old 1250 Bandit. They're actually pretty rubbish. They come off as soon as you look at them, and yeah, you can hear what's going on in there. I think that's about it. Oh, rear light. The rear light is attached to the back of the plastics. I can see a little clip there. Can't quite remember how it all works. Get this thing upside down. There you go. Have a look. Ah, there you go. Luckily I didn't try to put it apart, because it's held in by 3 bolts. Let's have a little look. Oh, look at that. That's a broken bracket there anyway, so I don't need to do anything on that one. This one's broken. Yep. Poor bike, look at this. So that bracket's broken, that bracket's broken. It's actually only held in by the top one. Oh, there you go. Complete with brackets. Right, one old rear cowling. So I'm not going to throw it away. Someone might be able to buy it and repair it, or I might just keep it. Looks like it was second hand already, because someone's just got the word Bros written on there. So it looks like this was already a used part. Not that surprising, because I do think this bike has been down the road maybe more than once. CDI, which I had to have replaced. This actually CDI off a 1996 NTV 650. NTV may well be the Revere, or the one that followed the Revere, but bike runs perfectly well with that CDI unit. Oh yeah, here, that's where the fuel pump's supposed to sit, in that area. But another thing I bought is a hugger, rear hugger. So at some point I'm taking the bottom end of this mudguard off and maybe cutting it there. Should be a shame to damage an OEM rear mudguard like that. Might try and find a spare, but the plan is to cut off the bottom of the mudguard. It means there's no place to hang the fuel pump. The fuel pump is temporarily sitting here with a Jubilee clip while I work out where the hell it can go, and I don't really know. One thought I did have was to eventually replace this battery, you know, traditional lead acid battery, with one of those modern lithium jobs, which will save space and maybe allow me to put the fuel pump in this space. Well, it's been less than an hour since I started charging the battery. Apparently we're now in maintain mode, so it thinks it's got all the volts it needs. So it thinks it's ready to rock. I somehow doubt this, but let's see if the bike will start. If it doesn't start, then it might just mean the battery is just toast. That's not going to last, is it? Oh well. Okay, claims 100% charge, so let's turn the radio off. Said. And see if we can get this bike started. Oh, check it out. Oh, after all that, I forgot to bloody put the fuel on. Sounds like it's running on one. Oh, maybe not. Stop bitching. Well. Excellent. I think we are running on 2. Yep, both pipes are warm. There'll be a bit of an edit coming up. I'm just going to warm the bike up a bit. Just going to let the bike warm up a bit, keeping an eye on that bit of paper. See if I can see where the leak's coming from. Can't see anything yet. Hopefully the camera's high enough to see what I'm seeing. Yeah. Well, unless maybe the radiator itself was dying. It's got a split in it, but can't see anything there either. That's a new bolt for the exhaust. Well, I'll let it run for a while. Oh, that's what I'll do. Give it a few revs. Ow! Too bright. Not yet, anyway. So I'll let it run for a while. 10 minutes, deserves its day out in the sun. And I'll come back to you in a bit. It's been nearly 10 minutes since I started the bike. Well, probably a bit more than 10 minutes. Not one drip of coolant. only an ant, and I don't think that came from the bike. Sounds nice though, doesn't it? Tell you what, let's do this. I'm going to hold the cap near the exhaust. It's always a tricky thing, isn't it, when you try to record the exhaust sound yourself. Let's have a go. Knocked up a bit of dirt off the bike, still no coolant though. Well, that was fun. That will do. So, can't see any coolant anywhere, but it may be over the next half hour while it all cools down. Coolant might appear from somewhere. Well, several hours after running the bike up earlier, there's absolutely no trace of coolant anywhere on that paper. You! I'll have you.